Well, I mean, it's no news to anybody that we got a housing problem, right? We don't have enough houses for people at a reasonable price, and there's all kind of fingers pointing at everybody. But actually, there's a lot of cities and towns and counties, local offices that are trying to solve it. These are the people that were going to solve it before Washington does. They got to get too many people agree on something, and that's pretty hard. But locally, it's easier to do that. So look for programs like this. Here, what they're doing in Long Beach is the government paying for 35 tiny houses, little tiny. I mean, they're like 100 square feet or more, but it's everything somebody needs. Yeah, and they also will pay not only for the whole house. You don't have to pay rent. You also don't have to pay utilities. You don't have to pay maintenance and staffing. I guess they have some kind of help there too. So if you don't have a home, you got to check locally what's going on. I mean, look at this. I mean, they're spending like $3 million or $2 million, I'm sorry, to have this, and you can stay there for 2 years until you find something. I mean, that's pretty cool. So that's why it's all happening local, and don't wait for Washington and things like that. Sniff around locally. How do you find that out locally? Okay, one thing is findhelp.org. You go there and you look for housing. They have it right there, and then they help by finding housing, housing advice, maintenance and repairs for housing, residential housing, temporary shelter, and these in this database. It's not. Don't go to Google. You're going to waste your time and money and everything. Somebody's going to sell you something whether you like it or not, because they're good at that. Everything here in this database is free. People get free houses like this. This is where you find something like this, or free grants to pay for rent, housing, or utilities, or anything you want. So that's where you check. The other thing is the people who help people with any kind of housing for free. So these are people, professionals that get grants from the government to help you with the housing crisis. Okay, or any kind of problem. You want to buy a house, you want to rent a house, you want to do anything. And actually, they're good on financial counseling too. And that's HUD.gov/counseling. HUD.gov/counseling, and there's thousands of these people all over the country. So there's a source there, a map. You click on your state, and you find the people. Make an appointment. It's all about talking to people. That's what it's all about. There's another great nonprofit called Neighbor Works, WORKS.org. See, .org. The other one was HUD.gov. You got .com, man. And money's going to fly out of your pocket, whether you like it or not. They're nonprofit organizations that help people with housing problems too. You want to check there. Okay. The other one is your state government has a housing finance agency. Okay. And you find them at ncsha.org. And when you go there, you look for the directory, because this is an association of all the state housing finance agencies. So you go there and ask for their programs and help. And if they don't have help that help you directly, ask them who does. That's the way to get stuff. You ask somebody who should have known, and they don't have anything for you, and you ask them about other ones you didn't know about yet, because they don't. See, they solve these problems every day, so they're going to know a hell of a lot more than you and I will ever know, and particularly local, and that's where it's at, man. So don't look for Washington and Biden and your congressman to solve problems. I mean, they are different, but particularly in things that are changing so quickly, that's going to be your local stuff. Or they get federal money they can do with anything, and they spend it where you need it, because they're more boots on the ground. What's needed locally, okay? And that's what we always do. I mean, we're doing this for a year and a half or so, and I just looking at data. We also, not only do we show you programs like this, we only show you websites that give out money, and we give out our own money. We just gave out another $60,000 about 2 days ago. So if you applied for our February 4th grant, we finally put the list out the day before yesterday, I think. So see if your name's on it, and if not, try it again. We got another grant coming up on March 4th, and we also give out free computers. I just sent 10 more out today to people who need laptops. Man, you can't do this on the phone. I mean, you can, and people do it, and they get money too. But it's a lot easier. So we give out free laptops. So check that out. And we have 2 platforms, one on Facebook and one I call Let's Go Help 2. And when you join one, you get access to both. So buy one and get one free. It's letsgo.com. No, letsgohelp.com. That's what it is. I knew I was wrong. I usually am. I feel my head is like Swiss cheese.